Hello and welcome back to our Pokemon Elite Redux Elite playthrough. Today we are here heading down to Verdant Turf. As last episode, I didn't battle many trainers. I battled none, in fact, because we spent the entire episode talking about Pokemon, which, was a lot of fun. Today, though, I have gone ahead, I have put a couple of new Pokemon onto the team. We have ourselves Darmanitan, which was just an incredibly good Pokemon, so that one should be as no surprise. And I also put Flygon on the team. Flygon is a little interesting. It's sashed at the moment because it is very, very frail, despite its, immunity to rock-type moves and fluffy. It's still very, very frail. It won't live many hits. But I want to try it out. I want to try it out as a physical Flygon, and I think maybe in the next level cap restriction, removal, we will go ahead and see if it gets Quiver Dance and maybe run it as a special Flygon is kind of what I'm thinking. I don't want to get into things too much though because they're not going to be relevant right now because as you can see, I started moving down this way. I see that there's a double battle, meaning we have ourselves Bustle and Maiden to go ahead and check out. So I'm going to be slapping these on the team as well, and I'm not going to talk about them too much. We're just going to get into battle with them because I spent an entire episode going ahead and talking about the Pokemon. So we're just going to use them in battle, and I'm going to explain things in battle so that things can hopefully move along a little bit because I'm still... I feel a little bit silly that we spent an entire episode last time messing around with it. Plusle and Minun, we're going to see how they do in double battles. Their movesets are pretty simple. Their items are pretty simple. It's just a Muscle Band and a Wise Glasses. But they do have plus and minus, obviously, which doubles their attack and special attack, respectively. So we do double damage. Amoonguss is really annoying because it's just going to Sludge Bomb one of them and they're going to die. That kind of sucks. Okay. So, Plusle, we just have coverage. Thunderbolt for good damage, Shockwave for priority, Moonblast for good damage, Hidden Power Rock for coverage is kind of what I'm doing with Plusle. Can I see how much damage we actually do? Is Plusle 97% to 100% of Ordino's current health with no boosts? We can nearly one-shot an Ordino. Okay, we free-shot the Amoonguss, though. We'll go for Ordino, and what I'm also going to do is I'm going to show off this new move called Decorate, which I think is a move in the base game by, like, Alcremie or something, but I don't think I've ever used it. This move, apparently, deals damage to opponents. It's a special fairy move. Deals damage to opponents and boosts my allies' attack, special attack, and crit rate by 2 stages. Oh, but it's not a multi-hit move. I thought it was a multi-hit move that hit both opponents on the other side and boosted my teammate at the same time, but no. Okay. Okay. In that case, do I want to try buffing this Plusle, or do I want to just go for some damage? I'm going to go for some damage on the Amoonguss so that we can hopefully KO it the next turn, because Amoonguss is a problem. Maybe it will be dumb and it will Rage Powder or something. I don't know. I'm Thunder Punching into either way. Plusle goes first. Big damage. Big damage. One-shots the Ordino. Nice. Okay. I like it. We get ourselves a Thunder Punch into Amoonguss, which is going to do an okay amount. I mean, that's double damage, which is a little bit awkward. Oh. Rocky Helmet. That sucks. That sucks. That's not what I want to see. But I kind of want to try Plusle and Minun out against any of the double battles that I find on earlier routes. And my reason for that is I want to see how these two will do now. And I'm getting ahead of myself here. But I want to see how they'll do now because I'm very curious to see how strong they will be for Tate and Liza, which is very far away. And I understand that, but I am curious. I am very, very curious. I guess I'm just play roughing the jump bluff. It feels a little bit silly, but I mean, there's not much else I can really do here. Maybe we crit and high roll. Okay, we do not. Unfortunate. We do, however, have our speed lowered, which actually is a good thing because we have competitive and Defiant, and that works on both of us. Okay, all right. That ability working on both is actually very good for double battles as well, though. Acrobatics is an interesting choice. I assume it has Unburden or something. Nope, it just one-shots. Okay. All right. Sure. That's my fault, I guess, for not running a Focus Sash on my Pokemon. Clear Smog removes that attack boost that I just got from the Tangling Hair, which is unfortunate. Minun is now a lot less good. It has become significantly less good after that. We can go into Flygon to finish, I suppose. We could also go to Popcorn. Popcorn would also be good here. I want to try out Flygon a little bit. We'll try out Flygon. Flygon's interesting. It's got the priority Ice-type moves whenever it's at full health, which is right now, so we can, in fact, go for a priority hit on Jumpluff, unless Minun outspeeds, which it might outspeed. I can see this on the screen, right? Minun is faster than Jumpluff right now. And Minun should finish off Jumpluff, even with it not having the boost from Hustle being on the field. Player off should still KO. We'll go for a priority Icicle Crash on the Amoonguss, which is enough to KO. Very nice. Thank you, Flygon. I like Flygon a whole lot. I want to see that Mega, you know? Every Flygon has to have a Mega. I want to see that Mega. I do. Speed being lowered actually is a good thing for Minun because we have Speed Boost at the end of every turn and Defiant, so Minun just, you know, goes back to being double its attack, which is really good. And Flygon having its speed lowered doesn't matter too much because we have priority Icicle Crash. So this is okay. This is okay. Whimsicott is an interesting Pokemon to bring in. With the Tailwind, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we can, in fact, Icicle Crash onto Whimsicott, and we can Thunder Punch into Skarmory. Skarmory, I imagine, is going to take out, or at least bring my Flygon to a Sash. That sucks. That sucks. I didn't check if it would be Sashed. We get our speed lowered again, which actually matters now that they have the Tailwind up, because it means that Minun won't be outspeeding, unfortunately. Magical Leaf, does that hit both? No, it just hits Minun, and it KOs Minun, unfortunately. Well, our Flygon can't die here, because we're Sashed. Survives anyway, which makes the Sash a little bit irrelevant, unfortunately, but still, useful. And we can bring in Popcorn, and Popcorn should be able to, popping Kernel into Skarmory. I no longer have priority on this Flygon because we're not at full health, which is a bit of a problem. I'm just going to Icicle Crash into Whimsicott, pretending that that's going to go off and work well, and we're going to Popping Mayhem into Skarmory. Hopefully it's enough damage. 14 to 17% of Skarmory's health. With 5 hits, that is not enough, actually, to KO. So I'm actually going to target the Whimsicott, just because that will not be enough damage. That is unfortunate. Skarmory is thickums, but boosts my speed. Thank you, Skarmory. Okay, I appreciate. Thank you very much. Don't mind if I do. That is great. Good, good, good. Okay, very nice. I want to use Darmanitan, because I also want to see what Darmanitan can do. I just want to try out all the new Pokemon today, but I mean, Darmanitan is probably not what we bring in right now, considering it's ground fighting, and that's terrible against a Steel Flying type. So we'll save that in the back. Would have been good for smacking that Cinccino, though, to be fair. And we are just going to Flamethrower into Skarmory. Espeon, do you have speed? No. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. I'm still going to Flamethrower into Skarmory, and Popping Mayhem is going to be enough to KO Cinccino, so we will go for that. You turn into Espeon, Espeon dies. Okay, wow. That's not good. That's not good at all. And Night Slash onto Popcorn shouldn't do a lot. Yeah, okay, that does baby damage, that's fine. We should KO Cinccino here with Popping Mayhem. This double battle is surprisingly difficult, considering I thought we were just going to come in and roll them with Plusle Minun. I was really kind of hoping that would be the case. Am I learning the hard way that Plusle Minun isn't actually the strongest thing of all time? Is Plusle Minun not the godlike duo that will bring me immediate victory in every single double battle? Because I was under the impression that it would be. We're just going to go for a 1-inch punch on Skarmory. I don't think we're going to get it off, but we're also going to Popping Mayhem. We'll see how much this does. We outspeed. Nice. The Tailwind stops. We 1-inch punch. That should be a guaranteed crit. Nice, it is, because I'm running Battle Aura on Darmanitan and a Life Orb, which means that all of our moves with high crit rate, like 1-inch punch and Stone Edge, go to +3 crit rate, So they should have guaranteed KOs. Or not, well, maybe not guaranteed KOs, but they should be guaranteed crits. Because we sharply increase crit rate for all on the field, which is also good for double battles. Something to note, good for double battles, but Iron Fist boost, Mold Breaker, incredibly good attack, incredibly good speed. Fairly good speed. 1-inch Punch being a high crit rate move, Stone Edge being a high crit rate move, U-turn swapping out Earthquake for just good damage. I was curious how it would go, but don't worry, we're not done there. We have more double battles to go ahead and test in. There's also a double battle down here. Now, the interesting thing about this double battle is I think we could do it as single battles if we wanted to, but I want to test out plus or minus, so we're going to do it as a double battle, and we're going to see how it goes. Because I would really like it if we could try and get, like, Decorate to work. Oh no, they have a Pikachu. And a Pikachu behind a Tailwind. Oh, that both just got Electric Terrain boosted? Is that what that was? That's terrifying. Okay. New plan. Cry. If they have a Tailwind, then I don't outspeed. Yeah. My plus one minor are slower. They are not sashed. They're probably dead. They're probably dead. In that case, I may as well... Okay, first of all, Pikachu, do you one-shot me? Oh, yeah, you have, Overcharge. Okay, you absolutely one-shot me. Generate a short circuit LA. Your partner Pikachu. Oh no, I'm screwed. I'm actually screwed. This is my nightmare. Oh no. Yeah, all of those moves are gonna one-shot either Plusle or Minun. Even Shockwave, which means that they have priority against me. Which sucks. Kilowattrel does not have anything that will one-shot the other one, though, I don't think. So one of my Pokemon is disappearing. I may as well just try and get some baby damage onto Pikachu with a priority move, because there's nothing else that's going to come from these two, unfortunately. So we're just going to Shockwave and Spark into Pikachu to weaken it very, very slightly. We do get the Spark off first. That's not bad damage. That's not bad damage. Hold on now. Hold on now. Wait. Okay. Okay, Plusle and Minun, with the resisted hits on priority moves, take out the partner Pikachu. That is honestly super, super good. And Discharge hits both. They should live. They don't live. They don't live. Never mind. I take it back. Minun lives because of Friend Guard from Plusle, but I mean, it's not super important when Plusle died. You know, it doesn't really matter. I will go to Flygon, though, for the priority Ice-type move against Kilowattrel, which is very, very nice. We will keep the priority going. It's actually the reason we're not running Psychic Terrain on Espeon right now. I've actually got Espeon back to being a revenge killer. And the reason for that is I looked at my team and I saw that my team relied a lot on priority. With, you know, like Flygon using these Ice-type moves and stuff like that. Do I want to Decorate into Flygon right now? And boost it? Or do I want to just go for some damage onto Duraludon? It is half of Duraludon's health. That's not bad, actually. For how tanky that Pokemon is. We'll just hit Duraludon. Icicle Crash will surely be enough to take out Kilowattrel. Yeah. But Expanding Force is on my Espeon instead of Psyshock right now, and that's so I can swap to the Psychic Terrain setup strategy whenever I want. If I'm ever, like, changing the team around a little bit. Because at the moment, you know, if we're using Pikachu, for example, that relies a lot on Zippy Zap, and Psychic Terrain stops priority. Icicle Crash has priority. Plusle and Minun in these double battles have priority with Spark and Shockwave. There's a lot of priority on my team, and I want to go ahead and make sure that we have some smart strategies, and we're not, you know, stopping ourselves from using half of our moves. Zebstrika, you are absolutely outspeeding me, right? Zebstrika is in fact outspeeding. I don't know if it's going to go for Minun or Flygon. I'm just going to double both of them into Duraludon, hoping that that's going to be enough to KO. In fact, I might even play with the Zebstrika just to get some damage on it. I don't know. Like, I'd rather take out the Duraludon, though. Goes for the Minun. Okay. Interesting. Well, Flygon has a good chance of taking out Duraludons. That's fine. We do not outspeed. We don't outspeed? Really? There's Tailwind. Okay, well, I definitely didn't forget that. That'd be silly. We're gonna bring in Darmanitan, because obviously that'll be a massively strong Earthquake against those two, which would be super, super good. And we're also going to bring in Popcorn, because Popcorn is immune to the Earthquake. And we'll keep Espeon around as a revenge killer for the end of this fight. This is a little bit scary. But we're gonna Earthquake. Zebstrika is still the fastest thing on the field. I'm also going to Popping Mayhem into Zebstrika, because honestly it scares me more because of how fast it is. Blaze Kick, we should live that. Right, we live that, right? Oh my god, we don't live that, okay. We really don't live that. Do we live Primal Beam? Okay, barely at 1 HP, which activates Unbutton. Which is nice, but holy, I can't believe that Blaze Kick KO'd Darmanitan like that. Darmanitan might genuinely need a Choice Scarf. 2 crits in a row. I wonder if it's still taking into effect Darmanitan's Battle Aura. It absolutely is if I got 3 in a row, okay. So Darmanitan's Battle Aura did allow that to go off, I guess. Espeon can finish Duraludon because it's Choice Scarf. Well, Popcorn's also on Burn Boost. What else are we dealing with? Dodrio. Okay. Okay. Added ground type, making it very weak to ice, actually, which is good. Duraludon is Assault Vested. Am I afraid of anything you can do right now? I don't think so. I don't think I'm afraid of Duraludon. That should die to either of my Pokemon right now. Dodrio is sashed. Okay. Dodrio is sashed. Right. 170 speed. Which is slower than both of my Pokemon right now. Does Popping Mayhem KO Dodrio? 6% chance to 5-hit KO. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. That's just barely not enough damage for what I need. I need the 100% chance to 5-hit KO. There is a chance of a crit in that. There is a chance of a burn in that, both of which would be very, very good. I'm going to Ice Beam into Duraludon. And I'm going to Popping Mayhem into Dodrio. And the reason I'm going to Ice Beam... Actually, wait, is there another Pokemon in the back that hasn't come out yet? There is. There's an Eevee. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ooh, I wish I had a multi-hit move on my Espeon right now, but I feel like I have to go for the 6% chance for a KO on Dodrio, really. I could double into Dodrio, but then that's just letting something die to Duraludon, really. We'll risk it. Quick Attack. Okay. We do live, though. We do live, though, but that is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. I don't love that. And the reason I don't love that is it got damage off on me, which is rough. Come on, crit and burn, crit and burn, crit and burn, crit and burn. Give me both. I'm greedy. There's a burn. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's very, very good. And a crit, and a crit, and a crit, and a crit, and a crit. No crit. Is the burn going to be enough? It might. It might. It is going to be enough. Okay, so we have 2 Pokemon against this Eevee. Nice. Nice. These double battles are actually being way tougher than I would have expected. We Ice Beam, and we Popping Mayhem. Those are our strongest moves. We have no reason not to do that. Does Eevee have Fluffy, out of curiosity? Or anything like that? That's Overcoat. Adaptability. Simple. Okay. Glitzy Glow, Patty Pad, VV Folly. Yep, that's an Eevee right there. We're going to Popping Mayhem into it, and we're going to Ice Beam into it, and we should be okay from here. Little bit scary. Eevee actually took that Ice Beam pretty damn well, but I guess it does have the Overcoat thing. And it's not Stab, and it's no longer Avenger boosted, and all of that stuff. You know, it makes sense that it'll not too much damage. But still, we do get ourselves our victory, because I believe that was the last Pokemon. It was good, and that was a little bit spooky. It was a little bit of a spooky double battle. We get our 10 battle points. Very, very nice. Did I look at the Pokemon on this route? I feel like I did. I definitely did, right? Carnivine, Toxel, Minxino, yeah. Yeah? Yeah, because I got the Volbeat, and I was talking about Volbeat. Yeah, okay, alright. Just making sure, just making sure. Oh. Oh. What kind of funky movements have we got up here? I think we're going back to single battle format for these guys. So I think we're going to take Plus or Minun off of the team. We've had our double battle fun. They didn't impress me as much as I was thinking they would. I will be honest, I thought they were going to be better than that. I thought they were going to be, you know, like, as broken as Partner Pikachu was. And that was silly of me to expect that from them. I was thinking we were just like, oh, Minun will go first, it'll decorate Plusle, Plusle will one-shot everything, and we'll be fine. But that's not quite how it went. How do we want to go about leading off here? Do we lead off with Popcorn? I feel like we lead off with Popcorn. Popcorn's just a solid lead, you know? It does a lot. And let's see who battles us first out of this random bunch of trainers as we start making our way through. My aim is to make it to Wally in Verdanturf, but I have my doubts. Unpheasant. Okay, I don't care about Unpheasant, I'll be honest. I'm just clicking Popping Mayhem. I don't think Unpheasant ever does anything. Doesn't take us to Unburden range. That sucks. That's like my whole thing, Unpheasant. I need you to take me to that range, okay? That's the whole strategy right there. We do get the burn, so next turn, we should hopefully get taken to Unburden range with no real worry as it goes to super low health. Secret Power again. Okay, we get our Unburden range. That's fine. That's fine. We'll just pretend that it crit on the first turn, basically. That's all that happened. I do love the 50% burn chance. I really do. It makes me so happy. It's such a good move. Oomstuff be next. Lanoon. Galarian Lanoon. We Popping Mayhem again. No Sucker Punch. Okay, nice. In terms of damage, that is looking like it will be roughly enough. That's looking good. Any burn or crit, and we are solid, but that's looking like it's enough without it. Okay, nice. Nice. I'm so excited for Mega Popcorn. It's gonna be so strong. It's gonna be crazy. Sceptile, I'm so sorry. You're once again just Popping Mayhem. I'm faster than you by 28 points. I saw the speed thing there. You have Dragon type added, and I had Peck, and I didn't click it. And you know what? It's so funny that it doesn't matter that I clicked the wrong move. I straight up clicked the wrong move. This is not the strongest move I could go for right now, and it doesn't matter because Popcorn is that good. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Scavalier, why would you ever bring this in this situation? What on earth are you doing? You fool. You've lost it. Okay, well, it turns out leading with Popcorn was the right thing to do because it's going to solo this poor woman. She had no idea what was going to be unleashed upon her. She actually is going to have trauma in, like, theaters if she ever goes to a theater to go and watch a movie. Someone's going to be beside her eating popcorn, and she's just going to freak out and run out of the theater in fear that once upon a time, a little popcorn bucket went ahead and slaughtered her entire team in front of her. I can't really do too much to Kingdra. I don't know why this didn't come out sooner. This should have been what came out immediately, realistically, but... I mean, it's still not bad damage once we break the multi-scale on the first hit, actually. Flip turn. That's gonna KO, right? Oh no. Oh no. You got swept by Popcorn. Well, that was a little bit different than how the double battles were going, huh? It's almost like my team's really good in single battles. Isn't that crazy? Wow. Holy, though. Oh, you are now stuck behind her, trying to ram into her from behind. Let's not focus on what I just said. Lucario. Okay, Popping Mayhem. Close combat. That might KO us outright. It doesn't. It sure doesn't. You know what you've done, Lucario. You've set up the rest of your team to be slaughtered by the Popcorn. You're going to be joining this woman in front of you in your fears, okay? You're also going to be afraid of holy damage. Holy bejeebus. I just had an image of an Aerodactyl coming out right now because I got a shiny Aerodactyl earlier today before recording. Infernape, not an Aerodactyl. Okay, I tried to predict. We have Peck, though. So... Oh, the fake out might be enough. No, I'm kidding. It's not going to be enough at all. It's just not even remotely enough. And Vacuum Wave, the combo of both of those could have been a little bit scary if both crit. But, get pecked, idiot. Get pecked. Which is still boosted by ability, remember, so it is, you know, like half stab. Which is nice. It is nice. The only weird thing about this Pokemon is we have this Pin Missile that isn't really doing anything for us. We could do something different. I'm gonna peck again. First impression, probably KOs. Definitely KOs. Probably had Bullet Punch as well, I would imagine, but still, that's enough. We can go in and finish with Espeon just fine. Even though we don't have Psychic Terrain as our ability right now, Expanding Force is still a ton of damage. We should still be KOing things just fine. It still has the same base power as Psyshock, even without all of its crazy boosts, which, just to get into the maths of Expanding Force briefly, okay? Expanding Force is a base 80 power move that gets affected by the Psychic Terrain, which I think gives it like a 30% power boost. It gets affected by Stab for a 50% power boost. It gets its base power increased by 50% for another 50% power boost, which ends up making it like a 228 base power move. It's so broken. It's so broken on Psychic Terrain. It's actually crazy. But like I said, the get away from me. Get away. Yeah, you are a coward. Go away. Leave. Ew. I was talking here. Disgusting. As I was saying, it's like a 228 base power move, and it's crazy. And the only reason we're not running it right this second is because we have a lot of priority on our teams. Once we change things around on this team, and we stop running so much priority, which we probably will do at some point, because we'll want to try out different Pokemon as we head forwards, and, you know, if we ever start getting into specific battles where priority isn't as useful against, you know, even like Flannery, for example. I don't know what's coming. Flannery has her entire team immune to priority, right? We'll just pretend this is a scenario. Expanding Force, then, in that case, with a Choice Scarf on the Psychic Terrain, or Life Orb, or something else if we outspeed things, it's going to be nuts. It's going to be absolutely nuts, and it will tear through teams, and it will be absurd. So I am excited to use that move on my side. I'm not excited to see Tate and Liza later on in the game. That scares me. That scares me greatly. Magmar. We don't really have much for Magmar, we just have Peck. I'm just kind of committed to seeing how far Popcorn can go in these situations now. Does die to Sludge Bomb. That's fine. That's fine. I'm hoping that Darmanitan outspeeds, because we don't really have many other good ways of dealing with it. So I'm going to go to Darmanitan, and I'm going to go for a big fat Earthquake. I assume it has Flame Body, right? 144, 140. We actually don't outspeed. That's so unfortunate. It does have Flame Body, so I don't want to go for a... I don't want to go for a 1-inch punch and get myself burnt. We get hit by Searing Shot. We live 1 though, right? We live 1 fine, because we have a good amount of HP. Sharply increases the critical hit rate for all while on the field. I'm starting to realize that that applies to opponents as well, doesn't it? Which is why it got crit by the Blaze Kick from Zeb Striker. So that's really good if I outspeed, but we only have a base 90 speed stat. And we're not outspeeding things. I'm changing Battle Aura, and we're not going to be using Battle Aura on Darmanitan anymore. That I can say for certain. No more of that. Anyway, let's go into Pikachu and Zippy Zap everything for this battle. Because I believe that should be enough. Please don't burn me. Please don't burn me. Please don't burn me. I don't think we got burned. Okay, we're good. Okay. Yeah, that does cause a bit of an issue. Rhydon is also a bit of an issue because I don't have Splishy Splash, which means I can't do anything to you. So I'm going to go to Pyukumuku. And I'm going to do Curse Shenanigans, I think. I could either do Curse Shenanigans, or I could immediately Baton Pass into Flygon. Because Flygon has Aqua Bash, and I would still want it to outspeed. How fast is Flygon compared to this Rhyhorn? Because I could maybe go for 1. You are 137 speed. Okay, we'll do some quick maths. We will look at Rhyhorn. Rhyhorn is 54 speed. So we could go ahead and swap into Flygon with a Curse Up. Although I also took a lot of damage from that Stone Edge, and that's a high crit rate move. I think we just go straight to either using Recover a couple times and risking crits and stuff like that, or we just Baton Pass straight away to get a free swap into Flygon, so we can Aqua Bash. Which I think we're gonna do. Yeah, that's still a lot of damage. That's still a lot of damage. We could have probably, you know, done some stuff if we went for Recover a few times, but I'm not gonna worry about that too much. I'm just gonna go for the good old Aqua Bash. It is a 20% chance to flinch as well, if it does survive. Oh my god, that did nothing. And Fire Punch, we have Fluffy Swidden. Oh! 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 Well then. Flygon, did not do a lot there. Ground Rock typing, you have Solid Rock, right? Okay, Solid Rock definitely mattered. It definitely mattered. But damn, that still was rough. Holy. Expanding Force is a guaranteed KO. What else do they have? Togetic, Duraludon, Jinx. Okay. I'm gonna lock myself into Ice Beam in that case, and we'll swap out if Jinx comes out. Because I would like to be locked into Ice Beam for Duraludon or for Togetic. So, we're going to be relying on Espeon a little bit to try and clutch things up here. And I'm a little bit nervous. We do a Flamethrower for the Jinx. We have options. Duraludon comes in. I don't think I'm one-shotting this, which is a problem. Yeah, Ice Beam's a 2-hit KO. Do I get one-shot in return? Steel Beam does, in fact, one-shot me. I need this Espeon. I'm going to expect it to be going for Steel Beam. I'm going to Pyukumuku to do some light damage to it, so Espeon can come in and revenge kill. Realistically, I don't know why I'm getting on my knees. It's like, hold on, gamer mode engaged. It's time to focus. If we can get a Recover off, that would be huge. Oh, okay, yes, priority. Oh, wait, hang on. Hold on. What we can do... we can heal up a little bit. We could Curse boost ourselves into Pikachu, which has the priority on Zippy Zap. And we could just Zippy Zap through the team at, like, plus whatever, and maybe be strong enough to KO Duraludon. I don't know. It sounds absurd, but I could lose this battle, actually, if I'm not careful. I really could. Which is a shame. Is a shame, but I certainly could lose this if I'm not careful. We're gonna set up a Curse. At what point, however, is Zippy Zap gonna KO a Duraludon? I have no idea. I don't even know if we would KO at +6, to be honest. We might not. We might not KO at +6. I genuinely... I have my doubts, honestly. Yeah, we're gonna keep ourselves healed with this Curse Recover strategy. Alright, I think I'm stuck here. That's a horrible turn to get paralyzed. I'm at +4 on Curse. I'm out of recovers. I'm going to Baton Pass to Pikachu. If I get fully paralyzed this turn and all of this was for nothing, that would be kind of funny. Dragon Pulse, because it's out of Thunderbolts. I get crit, but I do get the Baton Pass off. Okay, alright. Into Pikachu we go. Can Pikachu Zippy Zap its way through? We can go for some Fake Out damage on the first turn as well. Fake Out into Zippy Zap, it's not enough, is it? It's actually not enough. This is so tragic. Okay, I go for the Fake Out. It's not factoring in the crit. It's not factoring in the crit. It's not factoring in the crit. We're gonna crit, so this is gonna do more than that. We Zippy Zap. There we go, Pikachu. Look at him go. He's a menace, okay? He's an absolute menace. Good. Good. And now we can probably Zippy Zap through the rest of the team. Jinx is dying. Jinx is dying. Get Zippy Zapped. Get out of here. I'm not even looking at you. Don't be sashed. Don't be sashed. Don't be sashed. Oh, no. As it goes for Ice Beam, probably KOs us, huh? It was all for nothing. It was all for nothing. Okay. Okay. Hold. 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 We breathe. We go to Espeon. We still have Pyukumuku alive to get ourselves an Avenger boost as well. Okay. Okay. Right. You are not immune to Ice-type moves. I can, in fact, just go for Ice Beam. And I will, because there's a Togetic next. I'm just going to go for Ice Beam. It's 100% accurate, and it's good against the next Pokemon, which might one-shot, and we'll be fine. I do think it will be smart to swap in Pyukumuku here, and let Pyukumuku go down to whatever attack it's going for, unless it has some kind of setup move, and it might be going for some kind of defensive thing. It has Soft Boiled, but it also has all attacking moves other than that, and Ice Beam is a 2-hit KO. Okay, we're gonna go get our Avenger boost by sacrificing Pyukumuku and getting our innards out 10 damage or whatever. I don't like how close this battle is. Mystical Fire, we honestly could live that and that could be funny. Oh my god. No, that's less damage for us. That's exactly what we don't want. That's what we don't want to happen. I'm gonna click counter, but I mean, we're going down. It's just only gonna do 4 damage to it now, which is such a shame that we do even less when this damage matters, honestly. And there's recovery anyway, so it doesn't matter in the slightest. We Ice Beam here, I think. I think we're just stuck with Ice Beam. It is our strongest move, I believe. I want to make sure I'm going for our strongest move right now. Ice Beam is a 6% chance to Oko. That's the best we've got. I don't think it Okos us, thankfully, but we Ice Beam. We don't KO. Mystical Fire is going to lower our special attack, which is a problem. It is scary. We should outspeed, we should Ice Beam again, and it should die unless it has priority on its healing moves, which it doesn't. That was rough. That was rougher than it should have been. That should not have been a hard fight, honestly. I'm amazed that was the hard fight. Glad I met a superb trainer like you. I hope to see you again. There is, in fact, still 4 more trainers on this route, but I think that's where we're going to wrap things up for now. Is that a double battle? There is another potential double battle. Maybe even triple battle if I walk my way into the middle of all 3 of those. I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't know if there's triple battles in this game, but I'm going to find out next time, I guess. But for now, I think that's where we're going to wrap things up for the day. We got some battles done. We'll clear out these trainers next time, and then we'll start making our way up towards Flannery after a quick visit to Wally and the cave with the little rock smash. It was Maternal. I want to see if there's anything over there that we would need to pick up. If you guys have enjoyed this episode, though, leave a like down below, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado,